I'm an American that moved to Portugal on the D7 visa over 3 years ago. My dream was always to live outside the US, and I landed in Portugal. I started sharing my journey on TikTok, and so many people wanted a longer version of my day-to-day life.
So here it is.
Guys, I have to say that I'm not feeling mentally the best today. I notice this always happens when I get up and then accidentally fall back to sleep. So today I got up at 8 o'clock thinking that I would go to my Monday walk. And then I ate breakfast and I was just looking at TikTok because I was a little early, couldn't leave yet. And I fell asleep and I woke up at 12:30. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the American, trauma in me, but I always think that I'm going to get in trouble even though it's my day off, or I'm not productive, or I should be doing other things. And there's a laundry list of things that I need to get done. So it's always like this kind of weird judgment, but then self-compassion mix, and then that turns into indecision. Later on today, I also have an appointment with a new potential house sit. So that also kind of gives me a little bit of dread, or are they going to like me? Is this the right thing? Should I have applied? If they like me and I don't like them, what happens? When I have this kind of moment where, I'm hungry, I don't know where I want to eat, I want to go out, but I don't know what I want to do, I literally will go and get Mexican food. And that's what I'm doing now. Again, being in this fog of indecision just from taking care of myself and taking a nap is one of those things that when I talk to my European friends, they don't even understand it. But when I talk to my American friends, they absolutely get it. So it's definitely something that I've carried over from the US to Portugal.
All right, team. It's Tuesday and my is not getting any better. So sometimes this is what happens, it's like something really small that snowballs into you should be doing. And I don't know about you, but I did not grow up in a house with should. So it is always who's telling you this when I hear this in my head? I haven't cleaned up from the last pet sit that I was at, and clothes are everywhere and dishes are not done, and technically I am back at another pet sit this Thursday right after work, so I should be packing and washing and that kind of thing, but I just don't really want to because it's 110 degrees outside. This morning I woke up and I was like, ugh. So I decided maybe I need some people, right? So every Tuesday there is a chat, a 2-hour, chat hour. And then they do Portuguese classes at the end for another hour. So I was like, might as well go out. I got a bubble tea. I went to the meeting. It was super fun. I feel better, but I still feel like there's a lot of existential dread for no apparent reason. And I'm not exactly sure why. I'm so over this area. It's a beautiful area. I love going to the beach, and that's what I'm going to do today. But I just need to be someplace where there's more stuff. And there's a third place that I can kind of hang out instead of just my apartment and my little itty bitty studio. And my whole summer is pet sitting all over Lisbon. I've already found some place I really like. I found an apartment and it has everything that I'm looking for: shade, places to sit, a kiosk or a third space that's cheap and inexpensive, lots of restaurants that I like. I found a grocery store and a vegetable shop that I like. Things that are just not here. I'm going to go to the beach and I'm just going to chill. It's Tuesday. There's not going to be a lot of people there. I just want to get in the water, kind of chill out, relax, and maybe that will be helpful for my mindset. None of this is super serious. None of this is getting me in trouble, but somehow I just feel it kind of teetered off from being lazy and unproductive on my day off. On Monday, sleeping in, oh my God, I don't know. It just feels whatever. So I know that this kind of sometimes can happen. It has happened less, I'll be honest. But still, it's really frustrating. So I'm going to go to the beach and see if that helps.
On Wednesday, I didn't have anything really to do, so I decided to try a new restaurant. There are brunch restaurants everywhere, and there is a brunch restaurant in Lisbon that is also has a second location. It's called Liberty. 10 out of 10, I would absolutely recommend. My meal was a little potato pancake, and then it had avocado, a spicy salsa on it, and then mushrooms, and then a beautiful crisp tart salad. At the end, I did decide to get the cottage cheese pancakes. They're usually a dessert. This one was with blackberry.
Okay. Remember, it's 100 degrees, and I have all of that already done. And this is completely empty, except for that's his. This is all of it that took an hour. Look at this. All of this is his. This is what I have so far, and this is what I have left on this wall. But I think I'm done for today. If you have gotten this far, thank you so much. Please subscribe. Tell me what you liked the best about what I did this week. All right, let's talk about the week because it has been kind of busy and kind of not. There has been two really weird things that have happened, and I'd love to fill you in. So, first of all, I went to a pet sit. That's normal. I'm in pet sits all the time, and it's a cat. It's a gorgeous cat. I'm sure you've seen video already of it. But I have had the worst allergic reaction to him. And I have to make sure that I wash my hands and I'm not touching him and touching my eyes. My eyes are all swollen. I had to flush them multiple times. So I haven't had this kind of a reaction to a pet in a really long time. The other thing is that my landlord has ghosted me. And it is the weirdest thing. We had wonderful communication all the way up until about a month before I gave notice. Then the month after, I said, "Hey, I'm moving out in, August, September." Actually, I said September. No answer. Then I said, "Hey, what do you want me to do about rent or the deposit or the key?" No answer. I messaged on WhatsApp and said, "Hey, I have somebody who might be interested in the apartment." No answer. I have also learned that I do not have to give him any kind of written information, no verification that I'm leaving, nothing like that, because I am way outside of my lease agreements. So I don't know what's going on. So the last message that I sent him was, "I don't know what to do with a key. What would you like me to do with a key?" No answer.
I am moving out mid-August, so it's making me feel a little uneasy. The tenant laws are stronger here, but still, I just feel really uneasy. I don't know why he's ghosting me. So, yeah, I am going to go on a bike ride. And because there are free Jira bikes right out where I am, and I'm very close to Campo Grande or Campo Grande. So I'm going to go through the park and maybe take a little bit of a bike ride. And I'm also going to go to the normal store. It's a very interesting place. And it's the only place that I can find aluminum deodorant that is like the aluminum deodorant in America. So I'll take you along with me. But pretty soon I'll be picking up the keys to my apartment and I'll talk more about my apartment and, we'll go from there. So have a great week and I'll see you next time.